I'll say what's up to the people, Coke Mish.
What up?
And we got some good news today, guys. I know some of y'all will never see this anyways, so it doesn't really matter to some of you. But
some are closer to it than others.
Actually, no, y'all not ready to see. Y'all not ready to see. Y'all not ready to see this week. But if you know, you know. So, damn it, trade after trade after trade. We got to talk about the couple we missed last week. Nish is out here doing deals all day. Got a sleeper notification.
That's work.
This is a Nish trade right now. Oh my god!
You serious? Heard it here first.
It is, bro. But it's fine. We'll come back to that later. Between last episode and now, he sent Palmer from the Chargers over to Lil Chubb for Russell Wilson. Wilson had a really good game.
Let's ride.
That's magic every time. It's like I never heard it before. And then the other trade was, this one was interesting because normally I'm used to being like, oh, I wanted to be on Nish's side of that trade. Yeah. This time he sent Chris Olave and the now retired Cole Beasley. I couldn't remember his first name. It's like Michael Beasley, Malik Beasley, Cole. And then Nish got back Herbert, who did have a good game, and then Curtis Samuel, who we'll see what that role is in Washington. But
basically Olave for Herbert and Samuel. Yeah.
Who? I mean, now knowing especially that Beasley's gone, does that make that trade a little more fair to you, or who do you think got the better end of that deal?
Nish.
Still.
Yeah, I think Nish still with Herbie because, I mean, I think he could always trade Herbert, and I mean Monty. We don't really know when he's coming back, man. He could still be the running back one for the team, maybe potentially the rest of the season. Hopefully not. And then Curtis Samuel, man, is the wide receiver one right now. Right? I mean, that's what he's looking like with targets. Obviously, got Scary Terry, but not being But Olave, man, he's so good.
And he's young, man. He could be good for a few years.
For the future. Yeah.
And
now, you know what? I got Chili. All he needed was Olave. Really, like, people be giving up, like, an arm and a leg to get Olave. And Chili really got it for somewhat of a discount, I feel.
To him, some scraps, you know. But right now, Herbert's coming through. So I get it from Nish's side. Because that running back market is crazy right now. And that's evidenced by the free agency, the waiver wire. I mean, Mike Boone went for big money. Go King got him. Latavius Murray in that same backfield. Yep, Josh got him. We're seeing people spending big bucks on running backs because the teams are deep. They're hurting. Everybody has like no one has enough running backs. That's what we know.
Jonathan Taylor down now, like damn, fucking Brujo.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. All I did was try. Remember, I'm here to help the people. I never wanted that.
Man of the people. Yeah.
I like Taylor. I made him the number one pick. That's how much I like him. But not more than them points I got from Metcalf. Oh my god. Except for he had to get carted out to go take a shit. But we don't talk about that.
Obviously, we don't talk about that.
And then I would be remiss to not ask. Boone and Murray, that backfield is crazy with Gordon in there. Who do you think comes out of that with like the best fantasy value? Like,
I truly believe Murray will. Really, like Boone and Melvin Gordon both having fumbling issues. Like they can't fucking hold on to the ball to save their life, really. And Latavius Murray, he knows how to handle a ball. He's consistent. He has a floor, and that I think is what Broncos country needs right now.
They need some stability in their lives. They're changing too much right now. New coach, new quarterback.
Yeah. I think it's too much, and Murray can get the job done. You've seen it. And I don't know why they're not giving them that much of a chance, but with the Broncos signing him off of practice squad, and I think they're gonna have to pay him some money. I mean, I don't think they can send him back to practice squad, so he's officially on the roster, and
He
they're
looked
gonna
better
play
than
him.
Ingram. Yeah.
Yep.
So I can see it. I can see it. Okay. So, well, if Murray's the thing, maybe we'll start to see Jay Moley come up from the bottom to the top. He might start to hit these power rankings.
Actually, man, could have been the move.
It might be. If we see him take off, he might get into the company of some of these guys at the top. Like introduce our number one. Who's this week's tip top of the food chain at the power rankings?
Yeah, it's Bad Wolf, bro. Like straight up highest points for high. Like I mean, not the highest points against, but I mean his points against is pretty high there. Like would have probably lost to most of the other teams if it wasn't for how strong of a performance he's been having these last couple of weeks.
He's lighting it up, and any given week he could beat anyone. That's what it means to be a powerful team in the rankings. Is that
challenge Stephon Diggs stack, bro? Cooper Coop.
It's so dangerous. It's so dangerous, that three-headed monster right there. He's always in the game. I'm never worried about if he's gonna get blown out. I'm just worried about if he's gonna win or win by a lot. And that's what it looks like. I mean, now we're gonna see he's gonna go head he's gonna go head to head with our number 2 Texas Chili Bowl in a few weeks. Actually, let me confirm. I want to make sure I got that on prime time television. Have that queued up so we can
make sure it's on Prime. Amazon Prime on that Thursday night.
Week 7, we're gonna no. Let's get it Monday so we can get the Manning Bros broadcast, and we'll go in there and we'll have
that was so awesome. Have them interview both of them.
Just be like, guys, come in here. We'll talk about it.
Dude, that shit was trash.
It'll be man. The interview was tough. The Jalen Hurts segment was rough. Honestly, I liked when they were talking to Curry. I thought that was fine. So maybe they just need to not interview and like NFL players. Maybe it's like can y'all get who'd be a good Aaron Judge? Sure, he get somebody from baseball.
Appreciate being on TV every fucking 30 seconds. Dude, I swear, is he going for his 63rd home run?
This is the most I've heard about one thing in baseball since Juan Soto was 21, which I think he's still 21. But wait, we get off that. So that takes us into a week 7 matchup where we're gonna circle our calendars because that's probably gonna define the top of the rankings. And somebody who's falling from grace. We've seen empires fall before. Are we seeing another one? Is number 3 Goat Empire? Is he in for trouble? What do you think?
Yeah, I think he's in for trouble right now. He's getting a little bit of that injury bug as well. Yep. DeAndre Swift, Jonathan Taylor, man. Like
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
2 big hits on this too. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, once they come back, I mean, he's going to be the same consistent GOAT that we all know and love. But for now, man, I don't know how many losses are going to be before he actually makes a comeback. And is it going to be too late?
Yes, that's a good point. The season's shorter than we think, and we're seeing cracks in the armor right now. Yep. And to me, tier separation, and then we get into our second half of the playoff contenders. Lead us in. Who do we have at the top of the next section at number 4?
Yeah, you got Nick like Fish, man, making the moves. Whether you love him or hate him, he's getting his guys, man. I mean, maybe he just didn't like Olave and got Herbie, who showed up, and Curtis Samuel, who I'm sure this is a my guy, and I'm sure he's gonna flip him for something way better. Let's just say that.
Big Michael Thomas guy. He was like, I don't believe in Olave. I gotta get Mike.
I gotta get Mike. So yeah, Niche like Fish, number 4. Those moves, man, better watch out. He could end up beating Cowboys if.
I'll put it to you this way too. He's never more than one trade away from being in any game anyway. He's not afraid to flip his roster. I commend him for that. And then
Funny enough,
He plays them week 6. Sorry.
oh, true.
that
A little bit.
That could be all right. That's a big matchup.
yeah,
So
Texans are on bye, so who
So-
knows? We'll see.
ooh, that's a good match. That's a good matchup. I'm circling my matchup with number 5, Lil Chubb, because I mean, obviously we go back and forth because that's my guy. But I'm gonna have to put him in the dirt this week. He's 5 on the power ranks this week. He's not gonna be 5 next week. I'm gonna leave it there. But
Heard you first.
rounding out the playoff with an upset. Who's at number 6?
Rabbits, man, pulling off that wild ass upset last week.
Debo.
Damn, bro.
That should hurt.
Debo.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
bet it hurting this bad.
I know it hurt him. It hurt me too, though, because I was thinking to myself, I was like, the way that the players were, the defenders were, I was like, oh, they're gonna catch him. I'm like, it's gonna be a badass play, but they're gonna catch him. And I was like, then they're gonna give it to Jeff Wilson in the red zone. He's gonna score the touchdown. I'm gonna get my win. Trav can still get his win. It's gonna be okay. Then he just fucking got greedy and ran it all the way in. But I mean, yeah, it was a hell of a play, and Travis is still sitting pretty in the playoff picture. So that said, do we think Travis is going to win his matchup this week? So Travis is going up against in week 5, Bad Wolf.
He's pulled the upset already.
So he's primed for another one. I don't see it. I
don't see it either. I
Cup,
know.
you said it. Cup, Diggs, Allen.
Bro, CH2? Like,
It's possible.
I know
it's ugly, but bro, he's been like what, top 5 running back right now?
I mean, yeah. So everybody says about Leonard, Leonard Fournette, Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray, all those guys don't watch the game, guys. Just check on the stat sheet at the end of the game for your fantasy points, and you'll be happy. But if you watch the game, you're gonna hate it. So I'm right there with you. I think we're in lockstep. What about Nish and Josh? They're facing off against each other this week. Do we see Jay Moley get his first win this week?
I think he's going 0-5 this week. Sad to say, but Nish is making all the right moves. Joey Burrow, he hasn't been on fire, dude. Fire has not caught on yet. T. Higgins is doing well, but the rest of his team, Hollywood, not so Hollywood. Damian Harris, J.K. Dobbins is coming back, but I love Nish's team so far. Like, I know he's gonna make other moves to fill in his weak spots, potentially on the like running back end or on the wide receiver end. But shoot, honestly, Kelsey's legit gonna carry his team mostly. I feel just one good performance on Kelsey next week against Josh, and
I agree.
It's over.
I agree. I'm right there with you. I think Nish has got too much of a baseline right now. I probably wouldn't play Kyle Pitts in the matchup right now, just because how can you trust him? But maybe he can throw Dylan in that flex. Tyreek Hill. There's too many guys. Josh's team's kind of hurt right now. The Javonte loss, I don't see it either. What about you against Chili Bowl? Do you think
Chili? No, man. No upset. No upset alert. No nothing.
Don't even talk to you about it. It's not even on the radar.
Don't do it to him. Nah, it's not even on my radar. No one's radar. I need to make moves. Everybody knows it. And yeah, Chubb has been the shining light so far. And that watching the actual games is tough to see. But
yeah, it'll be like he really didn't come in this whole fucking drive. Like
exactly.
That greedy Hunt. We need to trade him already. All right, all right, all right. You know what? I'm on the same page as you. I think Chile's going 5-0, and we're gonna have to have another really long talk about who's won because 5-0 is almost at a certain point. This man's gonna be undeniable.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got. I'm going up against Chubb, and this is in multiple leagues. So we got the bad blood going this week. I get Kamara back.
Potentially.
The Ravens game's not raining. It shouldn't rain again. I think that he's still gonna beat me. I'm worried about it because Evans could go off and that'd be a big one. Waller, you never know. Waller's one of those positional advantage kind of guys, so it might neutralize my Andrews. And he's got matchups that are going to be high scoring. I mean, he's got the Raiders against the Chiefs. He's got the Falcons and the Buccaneers game. He's got all these options he could go for. I mean, if he wants to, he can get on that Zeke and Rams game because I mean, the Rams ain't stopping nobody. If you were watching the Niners game, they were running all over us.
Yeah, no, they.
Who do you got in that match?
I got some faith. I got some faith in Mark Andrews. I don't see Waller like showing up. That Raiders KC matchup is always pretty juicy, especially for Carr. But right now with what they're doing with the Raiders, it hasn't been looking too hot on for Waller. They're switching things up too much. Obviously Adams is taken away from him. Obviously, I think this is the first time Adams is facing KC with obviously the Raiders. So that's going to be definitely juicy. But Aaron Jones, obviously splitting time with AJ Dillon, like 50-50. And a matchup against the Giants, not sure how that's looking. Austin Eckler, I think it's a one-off, really. Like, yes, Cleveland Browns D right now is really hurt, losing Myles Garrett, but
cloudy.
I do like Kamara's matchup, and Lamar Jackson's going to take your team. Like that Bengals-Baltimore game can be a shootout, and that'll definitely help your Andrews Jackson stack.
I'm going for that. That's my one and only hope.
And then
Wilson, I think Jeff Wilson
makes up for it
this week against Carolina, who really, I mean, he's not doing bad, but I think it becomes that RB1 potential that you've been looking for, at least against the Panthers.
Good crap. But the last matchup we got auto drafting. We got our fallen empire trying to regain his GOAT status. So, a mix of like the most, patchwork team. Let's be real. You're playing Algier probably if you don't have Swift or Taylor. You're probably playing Hunt. So those are kind of tough to overcome, because against the Chargers, they're that type of defense that they're gonna keep everything in front of them. So touchdowns are going to be hard to come by. He's going to have to really eat on catches in that game. He can, but it's going to be a hard to predict thing for GOAT. And then auto, when your base is Mahomes, Henry, and McCaffrey,
I think that's an auto pick, honestly. Like
an auto pick. Yep. I'm going there too.
Just that three-headed monster right now. I think if he makes any other trades, if someone gives him like two, like even one more piece, I think base is at least from those like 3+. And if Devonta Smith actually becomes more involved, and Schultz coming back, Schultz is getting more healthy. Auto drafting, it's scary. It's scary. And if Cam Akers can actually get that RB1 role, which it's looking like he is, and the Rams step it up,
yeah. No, I'm in lockstep. We're there. All right.
Yeah.
In that case, that has been the latest episode of PSTV. We want to get you guys primed for a special episode next week. There will be a guest. I can't go into details. This is court ordered. We can't.
We want more.
We can't talk about this. Do you guys want to see the trophy? Because I can still bring that. Not this week. Maybe next week. We'll see about that. But appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is your commission, your co-commish. We're out. Peace.